All right, so I had a little technical difficulties right at market open. I wasn't in any trades or anything like that. I did reset these accounts. I actually had that recorded, me resetting these accounts. I was at 41,000 from last week. My last video would have showed that. But I like to start at zero when I'm doing these beta testing. It just kind of gives me a clear idea. I don't have to do any kind of math. I'm trying to figure out what's going on today or whatnot. So anyways, here we are. Market has opened. The first 15 minutes has actually already happened. Well, it's about to close, actually. First 15 minutes is about to close. This first 15-minute candle. Um, and the reason I talk about that is some people like to trade the 15-minute open, right? The 15-minute breakout or breakdown. So some people will, draw or let's some people will draw lines, but I think it might do a little bit better just to put a rectangle around it. So let's do this. There's still a minute left, but this is how it would look right here. That would be the 15-minute opening range. Move it off of that candle just a little bit so we can actually see it. But this is the 15-minute opening range. As of right now, 40 seconds left to go. Unless it just completely crashes, looks like it's about to. And I can adjust that as it goes, right? Um, Again, this is wealth charts, beta testing for Apex. I'm doing that, just hoping to get, 3 evaluation accounts out of it. That'd be kind of cool for a little bit of the time. Um, so we just move that range down a little bit. That's where it hit. So let's move it up just a hair there. And then I will pull it back onto this candle here in just a second. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. And there's the 15-minute opening range. So we will see. I'm sorry, I'm in my classroom again. We're on Christmas break, so I just come up here because the setup is the way it is, and it just, it's comfortable. So I would. This line was here from Friday. So as you can see, it was kind of a support resistance, support resistance. So it's a little bit of an important line right there. And then this line, not 100% on what that is. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. As you can see, the market has broke down below that 15-minute opening range. If you look at the 15-minute chart, just right here, you see that we have broken down and now we are coming back up into that 15-minute opening range. So, really nothing has, been laid in stone. I like this to actually keep breaking down. Just depending on if this candle closes above. If this candle closes above this one, then we're going to go higher. If it doesn't close above that one, then I would assume we're going to roll over. And that's just my assumption, right? We close above this candle, then we go higher. We close anywhere inside or below probably the 50% of that candle, then I think we roll. Inside here, no man's land. I wait to see what happens. So 2-minute warning on the bell here at the school. I'll cut the audio just to get through that. All right, now that that music and everything's over with, kind of get back to it. So it looks like it might have left me. I'm still going to kind of hang on to this right here, go back to the 1-minute chart and just see if we can't get a pullback into this area. I'm not going to be too greedy, although I just still feel like this is going to turn over. We're going to go for some more liquidity down in here. And then I will adjust how I'm going to trade this now that it's left me. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel my orders. Because a big pullback like that is probably going to move in the direction I don't want to right now. It would have been great to have jumped on board, but I was really kind of hoping that this candle, let me zoom in on it. I was really kind of hoping that this candle right here would have produced a larger pullback and then go. Unfortunately, it didn't, so therefore I was just sitting here watching. Because I mean, in that pullback right there, I would have definitely gotten out as it moved down. And I would have been in and out in those two candles. Unfortunately, though, didn't get the pullback that I wanted, so we're still sitting here watching the markets play out. So it's kind of the way it works, right? I have no bias. The bias that I have coming into the market, it does not matter whether it's up or down. Um, Again, I will go with whatever the 15-minute opening range kind of is in certain situations of not really having a bias. I don't come into the market feeling a certain way. I literally trade what the charts look like. And, you know, we can open up this chart to a larger thing. Let me do one thing real quick. Let me just take that off, right? So we're just going to blindly look at this. The only other thing that I would put on here would be like a VWAP. In fact, yeah, let me put the VWAP on here. Add an indicator. There's the VWAP. Apply. I'm gonna have to go in here and change all of these because it comes in like here, 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 here. I'll keep the two halves. I want to get rid of the threes, twos. I'll keep the ones and the halves. Yeah, set that as default and then create. There we go. All right. So there we go. So the actual VWAP is the white line in the middle. And then these are standard, half standard deviation, one standard deviation away from it. So as you can see, as we started breaking down, what did we do? We came back up and touched the VWAP inside there on the next 15-minute candle and then broke down. I do, again, believe that this is still going to be dropping. Again, I'm not 100% on what this line is. We go to, let's see. There's anything over here? I mean, maybe we're playing with something over in here. You see, these two lines are pretty significant, I guess. Maybe. Um, I am going to just continue to hang out for a second, though. Like it's doing nothing for me to actually warrant a trade right now, other than the fact that we have broke down below the 15-minute opening range, right? That's the only thing it has done. It has broke down below the 15-minute opening range. But we still have over 5 minutes in this candle. It could easily snap back up. So, and cause a little more confusion. Go to the 1 minute chart, very bullish look right there. Like I would be wanting to buy this if it closes above this candle and buy it back into this resistance. Even though we broke down below the 15-minute opening range, to me, this would be a nice little buy. So let's put that back where it goes. As you can see, it would have actually, if I had kept those sell orders in, it would have just now gotten me into those sells. But again, I think this is going to be a little bullish. Yeah, I think this is going to be a bullish one. We closed above that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap in right here, right here. Let's go with a couple of stops. All right, we're in 4 total. There's my average. I think we're going to be coming back up into here. So let's go to 25. Let's just go 20, 19, because my average is 94. So we don't have to actually have that big of a move. 4, and then let's keep this last one up here. Make this last one way up here at 56. Let's go to 50. All right, so I'm in 4. We're not synced up. Dadgummit. I know I synced these up before we got started. So I'm in 4 contracts with 1 account right now. Lovely. Let's just go ahead and play it out and see how it works. All right, there we go. We're out of 3 now. We've got 1 left. We jumped all the way up to 20. We've got 1 left now. As you can see, I mean, those were great, like 145 on 1 account right there, playing just the micros. I mean, that's a day, right? And if you wanted to, I could put easily come down here and throw in a sell stop. And then that would be my stop loss, right? So no matter what, we're not losing on this trade. I've got a stop loss in now. The trade's still moving. We're going to be up here to 50. I mean, look at the amount that I would have been playing with. $145 across 20 accounts in 1 minute, minute and a half. Crazy. And all because of this candle, just explain the entry, right? So 15-minute opening candle, 15-minute range was, somewhere up in here, right? We broke down, acted like we were going to go south. If it had came back up, it would have got me in and I would have been out for some sales. That's perfectly fine. However, my bias then changed when this candle right here closed right there, right? I mean, it didn't change then, but I started re-looking at these candles. We had an inside bullish candle and then a candle that jumped from there and closed above that wick. And that was the important part, is that it closed above the wick. If this candle had have closed down in here, I would have been less bullish on this trade. I would have been thinking maybe we get a little bit higher, but then we, kind of sideways and drop again. However, closing above this wick tells me, at least in my opinion, that we're going to go higher from this point. And then I start looking at the resistance that was built up in here, and that's where I start picking these outs. And there you go. As you can see, 4 trades go in, 4 trades are done. And for even a whole day, even if I'm trading one account, 255 on the day within 5 minutes is pretty solid. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel all orders, make sure that all of the account is done. $255, if we do 255 times 20, which is a little sickening to figure out. I mean, that's a $5,000 trade as opposed to a $255 trade. So again, micros can produce great results with very little at risk. And I think that's the most important part. A lot of people see these huge accounts and these guys that are making like tens and 50 and $60,000 on 20 accounts and whatever. And that's all great. And I'm not saying that you couldn't have done that. I mean, you take that and make it a part of the NQ there and not, I mean, the E-mini and not the micro. And you take that and make that $2,500 per account times 20 accounts. Well, now you just got like a $40,000 trade. And I'm not saying that that is a bad thing. I'm just saying that your risk tolerance has to come into play. And when you finally do start trading real money, you want this account to feel like the real money accounts. And those are something mentally that I've had to do better at and figure out for myself. So anyways, I'm done. I know that this was only one account and should have been 20 accounts, and it is what it is. We can go over and see the trade copier is there. See, this is on 3 and this is on 1. And that's where the difference is. And I don't know why that's on 3. I guess when I reset it, I didn't go back and change that. I changed this, but I didn't change that. So default goes to 3 over here from where I saved it at one point in time. So is what it is. So now I will be trading and copying everything. I could have changed that to 3 and it would have copied whatever. It doesn't matter. But I guess that is my fault. So is what it is. 255 on that trade. I'm not sad about that at all. Looking back at the market now, you see we got up in this area and where all that junk is. I didn't try and hit that line with the buyout. I literally just wanted to get out at 50. 56, I think, was where the tops of these candlesticks were. And I had it set at 50, and we ended up going to roughly that. I don't even know what the top of that candle is. But always go a little less than where you think the market's going to go, because sometimes that market gets close to it and then dives to try and squeeze some more people out. If this candle right here, if I'm looking ahead and am I still trading, if this candle that's open right now over the next 30 seconds closes above this one, then we're going to go higher. We're going to break through these highs and we're going to go higher. If it does not, obviously I want to see what the next few candles do. If it breaks down, we might end up breaking that low and coming down here lower. But I don't have to make that decision anymore because I have made my profit for today and I'm done. Right? And this is the hardest part about trading, is walking away when there's more opportunity. There's an opportunity every minute on these charts. There's an opportunity every single day. Every single 5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, whatever you decide to trade, there's an opportunity. But you have to be disciplined enough to say, you know what? I woke up and I wanted to make $100 today on this chart, on this account. That way it was $100 across 20 accounts. I made 255. I'm done. I don't care if there's another perfect A+ setup. Walking away, I'm cutting it off. And that's what I'm going to do, even if I am paper trading and testing out this account. So y'all have a great day. I appreciate you watching. See you on the next one.